Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. Yes, these are the Cop Diaries. We haven't done the Cop Diaries for a while. I've been focused on Staley Bridge. I've been focused on the 4312, and it's season two where I'm in charge. And I haven't. I already played a few preseason friendlies. We were playing the 433 asymmetric for a while. Now I really want to play the 4312 because I want to see how this team does with the 4312 too. If you've been following the channel, you notice that I've been doing a lot of 4312s. So I'm gonna keep 4312 spread across the channel at this point. So we've done Staley Bridge, which has to play a defensive version of the 4312. Now, what happens when I use Liverpool? I mean, I'm curious. Aren't you? So, I mean, I have other tactics, right? Mane's Revenge, Chaos Blade, which is like last season's the Mo Salah tactic, right? So I think that can still work. There shouldn't be an issue. So we are gonna play our first match against that team called Brighton. We're at home. We're expecting Brighton to come very defensive, and I am gonna be taking this game to them. And I want to see what happens with the team when I play on a higher mentality with the overlaps. I am looking. Okay, my goal here is to dominate possession. Now, there are a lot of player traits I have to look out for. Gets forward whenever possible, tries to play his way out of trouble. Maybe for this match, I want to have somebody a bit more creative. So I'm going to bring Wijnaldum here. Wijnaldum is got arrives late and cuts inside from the left wing. So we could have this guy cutting in and this guy running there, or I could have Fabinho. Actually, Fabinho is a safer bet. He has gets into opposition area, plays 1-2s, so he might be suited to partner TAA over on the right flank. Now, I have spoken about move into channels and movement, and this is like, if you see my little diagram, this is like super high risk attacking mentality, this setting, and you're playing, and I'm playing with a narrow defensive width, so I'm kind of like trying to compensate when we have to defend on our turf. I want them to keep it tight. There'll be players coming on the flanks, and this will be interesting. What is going to happen against Brighton? I have no idea. But Brighton, I suspect they're going to be defensive or 4-1-4-1. That's not unsurprising. We have won the league. We didn't have too much trouble winning the league, and now we are going to try and see how other teams play against us. So the game's kicked off. Gomez to Fabinho. Fabinho brings the ball up, gets it straight to Robertson, crosses early, and Salah scores the first goal. I was fast. Yep. This is my version of 4312. Now, the thing is here, I'm using a combination of player traits. I'm using a combination of mentality. And I have players that the idea here is to keep the ball and drive. I didn't expect to score a goal almost immediately from the kickoff. But sometimes one of the best ways to start a game, I mean, this is the part of the game that I wish I knew. There was a way for me to find out. Like the coin toss, right? So I want to know what the coin toss is all about. So they're playing a defensive 4-1-4-1. So the DM, what I'm interested to see is whether my AP can find space. Now the AP has already been told to roam from position. It's got DLFS behind him. So we are, as you can see, playing with aggressive wingbacks, which means that their wingers are already immediately put on the back foot. So it's one way of playing. There's a big risk. I mean, if your team can't do this, then if you lose the ball in transition, you're absolutely screwed. So you have to win the ball in you have to look at the transitions to see whether or not you have any issues with developing play. So at the moment, what I'm seeing is I can build the play from my keeper, which has to be a hallmark of our game, into the opponent's half, and when they lose the ball, right? We're winning the ball at the halfway line. It's like the perfect transition point. You're just getting into an attacking shape, and this is gonna completely dislodge their shape. So I'm playing on an attacking structure formation, and this is what I believe. I believe that, I mean, for the longest time, I always believed that one of the most efficient tactics in the game is actually the 4-3-1-2, because you have three midfielders. The three midfielders, when the moment the Mazzala entered FM, I became very happy because the Mazzala is the one role, the Mazzala and the Carrillo, right? Both of them, the Carrillo stays wider. So he's going to be a bit more wider. The Mazzala occupies the half spaces. So it's I love it. So it splits the tree in a way, and then we have the traits. So if you know your players' traits, and if they like to get into the opposition area, it's gonna put a lot of teams under pressure because you have three midfielders who can win the ball back. I mean, there are a lot of teams that actually like to have three players in midfield. Liverpool sometimes play with Henderson, Milner, and Wijnaldum in midfield. Sometimes Henderson, Fabinho, and Wijnaldum or somebody more creative. So it's not uncommon to find three midfielders playing. The trick here is to get one of those midfielders actually into the box. So that's the challenge for the 4-3-1-2. I know a lot of people have struggled with the 4-3-1-2, principally because they go like, I don't know how to score goals with a 4-3-1-2. Now here, naturally, I'm playing extremely aggressive at the moment, right? So I'm playing attack. I don't have any other instructions. I'm keeping the ball. I'm also playing on a normal tempo. If I wanted to get possession for this game, I could. I just have, because we're playing so aggressively and on an attacking mentality, I just have to drop the mentality down positive. I mean, I could even go all the way down to defensive, and my boys will not be, because when you play on an attacking mentality, your boys are actually looking forward for the pass, right? So every chance they get, they're gonna look up. I'm gonna drop it down to I'm gonna try dropping it down to cautious, right? So just to show you what I mean. Pass into space now. I elected to use pass into space. And another thing I'm gonna do is the line of engagement. It's a I'm doing a few instructions at the same time. So this is my goal here, is to, after that lightning start, the goal here is to ease back on the throttle. So I don't want my players to get unnecessarily worn out over the course of the season. So this is just the start of the season. It's basically our second league game. We beaten Wolves in the first game. We won the Super Cup, and now we are at home to Brighton in this match. This will be fun. A 4-3-1-2. Fabinho likes to get up the pitch, right? And then we got Alexander-Arnold to Mane. Mane, the playmaker. Oh, he's tried to set one up for Salah in the box. As you can see, the small little change. I mean, some people say I don't want to play on cautious, but what does cautious mentality means? It just means that use the ball intelligently. Don't just get up the pitch quickly and try and score goals. So we got another attempt. Good movement from Liverpool inside the box. I am trying to play on a slower tempo now to create some chances for ourselves. It looks like they are trying to set in low crosses. Okay. Firmino inside the box. It's Fabinho. Oh, it hits the woodwork. It should have been our third goal. We got Virgil van Dijk to Chamberlain. I love this guy as a Mazzala. Fabinho, Henderson out to Alexander-Arnold. Cuts inside the box. It's a penalty. We got into the VAR, and it's gonna be, yeah, it's a penalty. So it's 3-0 up now. We should be 3-0 up. Interestingly, a lot of teams are now playing defensively against me. So the more defensive they get, the more offensive I become with my roles and duties. That's to push and not give them a chance to do anything with the ball. So every time they win the ball, they can have all the possession they want in their box. I don't care. The moment you bring the ball out, I'm going to take it away from you. So now I'm playing on balance with a lower line of engagement. Essentially, there's no need now. We already got a 3-goal lead. I don't see the point of pushing my players so hard. It's the start of the season. Yeah, we still have a long way to go. Mane, playmaker, plays really well. Finds Robertson, Fabinho. Mane comes inside the box. Ooh, that was a nice drive into the box. Should have scored a fourth. They just didn't want to tackle him. So we have a couple of players attacking the channels, right? In this setup of ours. Okay, so with Liverpool, I've got NAF, he's going to move into a channel. This guy's going to move into a channel. And this guy's going to say, thank you very much for giving me the channel. And then he's going to come in. Then we got this guy who's occupying the channel, who also loves to run the channel. So we've got a whole bunch of players here. These two are going to be a nuisance. And then I'm hoping to see this guy come up the pitch. Which I got this guy coming up the pitch, which is a double whammy for this team. So I'm pretty confident that we should do okay. Will I play the same way against teams like Man City? Then I just tune my line of engagement and watch my mentality. I might start like this again, right out the gate, go like, full throttle on Brighton to break them and completely turn. I mean, full throttle on Brighton and get the goal, and then after that sit back and ease off the throttle, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so with a 4-0 lead, I don't think we need to say anything to our boys. Now it's a question of whether or not I want to bring other players on, like Maxine Lopez, who I signed last week. We have not signed a single player. We got basically the same team. We haven't gone out there to sign any more players. I want to play with this lot. Good defending. This is might be a different corner routine. Yeah, I've got lots of corner routines. Some of them I like, some of them I'm not a big fan of. As long as I can shut down long shots, I'm happy. So Alexander, you see, this is the thing about playing the complete wingback on such an aggressive setting. So what I do now, there's really no need to, because now these guys are picking up cards because they have all the work. They have to do all the work because somebody is running up and down the flanks. So we're going to remove the overlap and pass into space. And we're just going to keep things simple. Henderson to Mane. Mane gets the ball, finds Andy Robertson, crosses the ball. Salah is trying to score another goal. I might want to bring on somebody. Having so many cards on the bench, staring at so many cards is making me a bit nervous. Joe Gomez, Simon Mignolet, Naby Keita. Maybe it's time for me to see how Naby Keita plays in this position. So I'm going to bring on Naby Keita for Mane to see how Naby Keita plays in that role. Because we have quite a few Mazzalas in Liverpool. We've got Gini Wijnaldum, we got Naby Keita, and we have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So this is a team that should play with a Mazzala. And with a Mazzala, you get so many sweet ways of playing. Chamberlain goes away, crosses the ball. It's Henderson. It's Alexander-Arnold. It's 5-0. So he comes into the box, and this is destruction. This is a destruction derby. This is a counter attack. Yeah, they clear the ball, but we've got so many players arriving in the box. Okay, we're gonna make another sub. I'm gonna take off Alexander-Arnold. Give him a break, because the two positions you gotta be worried about when you play a 4-3-1-2 with overlaps. When you play this aggressively, it basically are the fullbacks or the wingbacks, whichever one you like to go for. Got Chamberlain with a free kick into the box. Salah can't pick the up proper, comes away. Oh, he gets it to Montoya. Montoya will have an easy cross, and it's a second goal. Brighton score another one in off the upright. Is a counter attack. Yeah, I know. Wingback support would have solved that problem, but I'm too lazy. I mean, would that help us during transition? Probably not. So that's the reason why I'm keeping wingback attack. It's opening my channel. It will open my channels up. Not very happy that we conceded 2 goals. The boys fell asleep in the second half after we got the 5-goal lead. That's not good. Odegaard proper. Out to Tuanzebe, to Stevens. It's proper. It's good. It's a very good play from Brighton. They should have scored another goal. And then I would have gone back to my drawing board, because I just need to tweak one role, and we shouldn't have the same problem again. There we go. Gomez to Klein. Yep, that's it. Salah has scored another hat-trick. Starts off the season with a hat-trick. Well done, lads. Salah, you happy with the 4-3-1-2 that's been designed specifically for you? This is a Salah tactic for me. Salah is off and running with a hat-trick early. So in terms of goal scoring right now, yeah, he didn't score in the opening fixture against Wolves, which we won 3-1, where we were using a different tactic. But now we've gone to a 4-3-1-2, and Brighton have conceded 5 goals. That still only we've had 2 wins. But the guys on top are still Man City. Man City are also going great guns, and they've won their match as well. So this is going to be a nice race between Manchester City and Liverpool. Will they be able to knock us off our perch? I know Salah with 3 goals. Leroy Sané has 3 goals as well. So how did the weekend's fixtures go? We have Man City beating Huddersfield 3-1. And then the first match of the season, I think, we have Man City hammering Aston Villa 5-1. Ouch. Manchester City 5-1 winners over Aston Villa, creating no clear-cut chances. I think I still have a chance to overhaul them. In terms of our tactic now, I'm looking at my analysis. This is something that you can do from match to match, right? So we go in here, and I come in here, and I just go to this match. Final third entry to shot conversion. We have at 65 entries in the final third, turned into 10 shots on goal. Not bad. Touches in the opposition area. We love this. Goals from shots inside the penalty area. That's fantastic because most of my goals are from there. We move from central areas of the pitch to get into the attacking third of the pitch. So basically, this literally means that you started your move. The central midfield players are the ones that brought the ball or passed the ball to somebody to bring it into the attacking third. So, and all of these are central players. So the players here basically are players like Firmino, Naby Keita, the Ox, Naby Keita again. On this side we had Fabinho, Oxlade, Fabinho, Sané, Mane. So you can actually go through all these and check all the events if you wanted to. It's not that hard to go and analyze the game. Opposition shots, I love this, the touches to goals ratio. And this is nice. We regain possession in central areas of our own third of the pitch. This is something that I'm going to work on. I mean, if I'm playing so aggressively, I'm bound to see long range shots. Well, I'm pretty happy with how we started. Against Brighton, I think we carved out a few clear-cut chances. Made it really hard for Brighton to play the game. I'm happy with how our players perform in terms of passes. If I could go into a really deep analysis, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna carry on playing. We got Everton next, and then I've got Arsenal. I can't wait for the game against Arsenal. He uses man marking, sits back to protect the lead, uses substitutes, plays out defense, uses counter pressing. Unai Emery, we're taking this same tactic against him, and I'm hoping that we can blow Arsenal out of the water. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Cop Diaries. If you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Once again, I want to thank all my patrons for their continued support of this channel. You make these kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon.